Hello, I'm Kerry Fink with Helping Seniors of Brevard, and it's time for Monday's Helping Seniors Update. Today is Monday, it's July 13th. It's just amazing when you think about it, how 2020 is just moving right along. Some people probably would say maybe it could move along fast and we could get past all of this COVID stuff and all that. But in all cases, hope that you had a good and safe weekend. And on Helping Seniors Updates, on behalf of Joe Steckler, our president and founder, and Kim Bernard, our education specialist, and the entire Helping Seniors team, thank you for tuning in. I'm excited because we have John Roberts, who is a good friend of Helping Seniors, on Helping Seniors Updates today. Hello, John. How are you?
Hi, Kerry. I'm well. How are you?
Good. And John is the operator and expert hearing aid. I guess there's probably a technical term. I would say audiologist, but I think you have more title than that, for Palm Bay Hearing Aid Center, one of the really premier facilities with folks that have a lot of experience in all of this. So what did I say that right? Is that the right title?
Yeah, you did good with the title. I'm a board certified hearing aid specialist.
Wow.
I've been practicing for about 30 years, so the title isn't as significant as the experience, I think.
I would certainly agree. And we were talking just before we started rolling for the Zoom for putting together Helping Seniors Updates. And you were telling me that it's an interesting time right now because there's some new technologies that are coming online that seem to be very appropriate while we're all in this sort of social distancing, maybe stay at home more than we have, and certainly taking all the right COVID-19 precautions. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to ask you, and thank you for taking the time to join us today, because I did want to ask you a little bit about, as we've been talking to different organizations and businesses around Brevard County that work with seniors, sort of everybody has this, and I know we're tired of hearing it, this new normal that we've all learned how to adapt to so that we can stay safe through all this. And I just want to ask, how does that affect what you guys do in Palm Bay Hearing Aid Center, and are you able to continue to help customers throughout this time?
Yeah, we have maintained office hours. We're finding that our walk-in traffic, or our responses for advertising, has slowed down dramatically, as it has with most businesses. Of course, our patients, a lot of them are senior citizens, and they have a great deal to be concerned about with this virus. So we try to take a lot of precautions. When anybody comes into the office, we'll seat them far apart for social distancing, and we're keeping the office sparkling clean. But there are certain things that do need to be done on site. If you're going to venture to see if you need hearing aids, or if you have a problem with hearing, you're going to need to get a good hearing test, and that can only be done properly with a licensed specialist in a soundproof room with the proper tools. So that much we do need to have patients come in for. But there's no danger in coming into the office and being secluded and having that test performed. Afterwards, if we do recommend hearing aids, there is new technology that we were talking about a few minutes ago. It's called remote programming. So a customer can come in and get their hearing aids. We can get them fit up, get them adjusted properly for their hearing loss. Then they go home. Well, after they go home, they might find that there's something that doesn't sound right, or they're getting accustomed to their hearing aids. They want a different pitch, or they need some features activated. And we can just hook them up to our computer, call them at home, and adjust the hearing aids while they're in their ears from our office. So that's been an amazing technology that we're utilizing now.
You know, I remember that because I think earlier in the year, we had done a program together over at the Senior Resource Center of Brevard, which is where our Helping Seniors offices are, co-located over there at Zon Beachside. And I remember we were talking about advances in hearing technology. And I remember in the presentation, you were talking about how you have this ability. You really have a sound booth, so you can sit down with people and really match their hearing or match a solution for their hearing in a very special but simple way. And I also remember that you explained that the process is pretty simple. And I almost want to say, I don't remember that if there was a charge for coming in to have your hearing checked. I think you told me there wasn't.
No. Anybody that wants to have a hearing test can give us a call. We'll set them an appointment and give them about 45 minutes of our time and do a complete audiological evaluation and a hearing aid recommendation if necessary at no charge.
That's great. We've talked to a lot of businesses around the area that are sort of forced to be, I guess they call them essential businesses, right? Because there's just certain things that continue on. And even though we're in phase 2 reopening technically right now, I know they're still concerned about the numbers and things like that. And so we keep saying over and over in all of our Helping Seniors updates, and it's interesting because the CDC guidelines haven't really changed from the beginning. It's all about social distancing, staying 6 feet apart, washing hands, wearing the face mask, all those kind of things that are smart precautions. But we're also talking to businesses that have to work with customers directly, such as yours, and they're all doing exactly what you're saying. They're making sure that they keep everything completely spotless, sanitized, taking all the precautions. So right now, you're able to help people with that, even in the middle of the COVID, they can come in and safely have a hearing test.
Yes, we most certainly are. And something else to think about, Kerry, and you may have noticed this when you go to a gas station and you're talking to the cashier, when she's talking to you about your change and she's got that mask on, it's kind of hard to understand her.
Oh.
When people are wearing a mask, you can't read their facial expressions. Some people might call it lip reading, but it's actually speech reading. When you have normal hearing, it can be very difficult to hear with those masks. But if you have a mild to moderate or severe hearing loss, it can be impossible to hear while you're trying to carry on a conversation with somebody that's got their face covered up.
I didn't even think about that. You're right, because when we have our face masks on, somebody I've seen actually a button, somebody was wearing a face mask and they had a little button and it said, "I'm smiling underneath my mask," because, we miss all those verbal cues. So I didn't even think about that. But the way you explain it, I guess if we have a challenge at some level with our hearing, now what was difficult just went from bad to worse, right?
Yeah, it becomes absolutely unmanageable for many people that have been trying to get by with speech reading. And they may say that people mumble when I can't look at them, or people don't talk right. Well, that's usually what the problem is, that they can't read those facial expressions in the mouth to be able to interpret what they're hearing.
And yet you guys are really equipped then still, even under COVID-19 precautions and doing all things the right way. It's safe for folks to come and make an appointment and get checked out. And maybe now is an even better time to look into that, just because if we're going to be wearing masks for a while, I guess at first they were saying, well, let's just go 30 days, but it seems like they're going to want us to at least keep that protocol up for, another couple of months until they get a handle on everything.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be here to stay for a while, but now is always the best time to get your hearing checked if you feel like you might be having a little problem. And it's perfectly safe to come in to our office at no charge, and we'll take good care of them.
And how do people get in touch with you? What's the phone number? And I remember you guys have an amazing website with all sorts of kind of background, because I know when we did, and by the way, viewer, wanted to remind you, we've got a television show or two that we've done together with John at the Palm Bay Hearing Aid Center. Lots of excellent information. And what I was so encouraged to hear is the level of technology and the things that you can do now to make hearing good for people that just maybe didn't exist, 10 years ago or something.
Yes, and hearing aid technology is incorporating with other technologies. For instance, Starkey Hearing Aid Company has developed a hearing aid that will sense when a user falls down and text that person's relative that they've okayed and let them know that mom fell down.
Wow. So so now this is not even that I have to push the button. This is going to know what's going on. That's a great advance right by itself. And when you talk about the safety and security of being able to hear properly, I think that's something that we most definitely probably underappreciate, the value of getting all that the right way.
That's right. Hearing loss is extremely difficult on anybody's quality of life and their overall health. So if you suspect you might have a hearing loss, just get your hearing checked and see what we can do.
That is so good. And what is the phone number again? If somebody is, I think we started to, but I don't think we actually gave it. The phone number to reach you at Palm Bay Hearing Aid Center. You have a great team that works with you. We saw them when they came out, and we were all part of the event there at the Senior Resource Center. What a pleasant, friendly staff you have as well.
Thank you, Kerry. They are wonderful people. And our phone number is area code 321-369-9900.
One more
Our website is palmbayhearingaids.com.
And the phone number again?
321-369-9900.
And you guys are located conveniently right off of Palm Bay Road. So you're right. You're convenient really for anybody because you're just right off the interstate, more or less, there at Palm Bay and I-95, right?
That's correct. You can see our office from I-95 at Palm Bay Road, the major road in Palm Bay.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I want to encourage you to give a call over to Palm Bay Hearing Aid Center. And then we're going to turn our attention and talk a little bit about the car raffle and some other exciting things going on with Helping Seniors. I just wanted to, before we made that turn, just ask you, do you have any tips or advice for people who are navigating? We all want to get through this thing safely and correctly. Just didn't know if you had anything you wanted to add or suggest.
Well, I don't have anything special to add or suggest. Just do what you can do to keep yourself safe and keep others safe. And especially with seniors, you want to be careful that you're not doing anything that maybe younger people can get away with.
Yeah, that's true. On Friday, we had a Zoom conference call with all the team members of the Senior Resource Center of Brevard, which is where our offices are located. And one of the things that they were talking about, Greg Kennedy, who's the executive director there, he said that they had just received on the 7th of July a new directive from the governor that requests that they stay sort of in that lockdown mode for another 60 days. It's basically extended the existing order, which means, they don't want family visits or people in and out of the assisted living or memory care center or things like that. So we were actually meeting, talk a little bit about our office, again, with the Helping Seniors team. We're moving full speed ahead on everything. Kim Bernard, our education specialist, she is available. She's actually quite busy taking a lot of calls at 321-473-7770, 321-473-7770. And she's explaining that she's getting a lot of calls about housing requests, transportation requests, and things like that. And there are some resources available. So there's no question that's too small or too large. If we can help, we're going to try to. It's free of charge because we are a nonprofit organization, and our reason to exist is to serve seniors in Brevard County. So we encourage you to give a call to Kim. And with that in mind, I just wanted to share real quickly two kind of exciting developments. One is we are excited that on the 1st of August, you're going to be seeing a whole expanded look for the Helping Seniors Senior Services Directory. And Palm Bay Hearing Aid Center is certainly part of all that because what Joe Steckler, our president and founder, really wanted to do was create a guide, a resource where people know that they're going to get trusted, solid, reliable, accurate, and ethical service for whatever kind of things they need. It could be anything from air conditioning repair to car repair to hearing aids to legal services. We wanted to have one place that we could collect good businesses that are really committed to serving seniors the right way. And so you may have seen that in the center of Senior Scene magazine. We're actually going to be expanding what we're doing because we have a new system coming online that's going to be even more searchable and even more robust than what we've had in the past. And we've partnered together with Senior Scene magazine to bring that. So you're going to hear a lot about that in coming days. And the other thing that we're kind of excited about, you're going to be hearing a lot about, is finally we have a date for the Helping Seniors Car Raffle. If you remember, originally we were going to wind things up in April, and that was right in the thick of the COVID-19 lockdown. And, even, John, as we're talking today, the governor is only allowing groups of up to 50 people right now for safety precautions. And of course, when we do that big party at the American Muscle Car Museum, we had more than 2,000 people last year. However, in good faith, we've set a date, and in all cases, we're going to raffle the car for sure on October 10th, Saturday, October 10th. So I love the number. It's easy to remember. It's 10-10-2020. But go ahead and put it on your calendar, because we're going to believe that everything is going to be safe, and we're going to be able to do our grand drawing event at the American Muscle Car Museum right there on site. What a fun place to visit. We will definitely give the car away that day, 100%. Worst case, it'll be a rain check for the event at the event at the museum in case they say it's not safe to do it. But we're believing that's going to be just a fun night out there. And John, I don't know if you were there last year, but it is just a great time, and just seeing all those cars, it's such a fun thing.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to being there this year, Kerry. What you're doing for the seniors in Brevard County is absolutely fantastic, and I will look forward to being there to celebrate this with you this year.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, and it's critical because, folks, that is how Helping Seniors is able to do the work that we do. When you buy that car raffle car ticket, one ticket is $25, or you can get a 5-pack for $100, which is actually a very good deal, because it really does three things. It gives you a shot at picking which one of those 2020 automobiles from AJ Hire's collection of dealerships. He's got that 2020 Camaro, 2020 Dodge Challenger, 2020 Kia Sportage, and 2020 Mazda Miata convertible. So it's always fun. If you're the winner, you get to decide. But in all cases, it's fun to see what the winner picks out. Last year, she picked out the Dodge Challenger. We'll see what happens on October 10th this year. But also with your ticket, it's an admit one to the event at the American Muscle Car Museum. Mark Pylock is providing pizza, beer, sodas, water. We bring wine. It's just a big, fun night out. And I'm sure by October 10th, we're going to be ready for that. So get your tickets today, HelpingSeniorsCarRaffle.com, HelpingSeniorsCarRaffle.com, or you can call Kim Bernard at 321-473-7770 and get your tickets. So, John, I just want to thank you for taking time today to help us with the Helping Seniors update and sharing some good information that we can keep advancing our hearing even in the middle of all this COVID-19 effort. And one more time, would you give the phone number one more time? So again, it's free, right? No charge to go in and have your hearing evaluated. And so we have extra time. We can do this safely. Why wouldn't we do this now?
That's right. There's no charge. And while you're there, we'll even put a set of hearing aids on you and see how you do with them. Phone number is area code 321-369-9900.
Okay. Well, thank you, John, for being part of the Helping Seniors family. We really appreciate all you guys do to help us move along. And thank you. And I hope you have a good week upcoming.
Thank you, Kerry. You too.